Okay, cute dessert. Fall down in darkness, 5 right, no up or down. Yeah, plum pile. Starting to do the old clean up with around the house sort of thing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags, 5 bags in there at the moment. And started a week later than normal because we had a rainy week. Another pile there. So yeah, I'll just show you. This section here, out to the log here, along here to here and back, just this little section in here, that did 2 of those bags. So as you can see, it's so basically there's another 2 bags there, another 2 bags there, and probably another 2 bags down there, and then we've probably got another 2 bags in that area there. Probably 2 bags right the way around to this section here. Then there's a strip along there which is probably 2 bags. Down there it's about 3 bags because you know, if I show you down there, it's built up. Sometimes the council comes and does it for you because there's a manhole cover under that they need access for water, I think, if there is a bushfire. So normally the council cleans that area, and I try to clean my neighbour's one as best I can, but you know, there's definitely at least 2 to 3 bags down there just on his side. So yeah. And then along this strip here there's about 2 bags of leaves and sticks to clean up. So yeah, interesting. So, okay, right, Spot Cullen and the Copper Christmas Special. It's special, Sybil. It's the Copper Christmas Special. Yes. Yeah, this one's surviving quite well, even though I don't think it has the ingredient X or factor X in there. This one definitely is going to cark it, because I definitely think that doesn't have factor X in the soil, whereas I think this one does actually have factor X in the soil, even though it's not in the sun. So we'll have to see. Oh, this one, by the way, it flash blue between 18 hours and now, which is basically 36 hours. So you can see a remnants of it in there, just a tad. So by 12 hours hadn't flashed. Around about 18 I noticed it was flashing, so it's sort of like taking a greeny blue on, and by 36 hours it's basically dissipated. You can just about see a remnant tinge to it, sort of thing. So I've had this experience in the past quite a number of times, so I'm used to it. I'm used to watching out for it, as I said. But it's a fickle beast. You can see that piece of copper in there. It's got that sort of jadey look to it. So whether that can be improved by adding a little bit of nickel, because we know that nickel and copper seem to darken on the road, and also when they're in ammonia solution, it seems to like. Is it double or halve the extinction coefficient when you actually darken the solution? So you basically, you double the volume of the solution, but the colour stays the same. So in other words, if it was in the same volume, it would be twice as dark, basically, which is quite unusual, I would have thought. Something, you only barely notice it when you're not using ammonia there, but yeah, I only noticed it, because I spot these things, you see. When I was making, I think, hang on, it's got a slight change in tint. Of course, yes. If you do it in ammonia solution, it basically doubles or halves the extinction coefficient, which is, I thought that would have been quite interesting, because that means you could actually make the plant twice as dark, basically. If you can get a blue tint on there, you could double the blue, or the darkness of the blue tint sort of thing. Anyway, that's about it really for day 2 for the wren sort of thing, and they've so far survived the baptism of fire with the copper in there. We should know by day 4 whether it's going to react like this. It's going to, you know, become succulent, and you get this sort of green look, and eventually start sort of doing its sort of growth sort of thing. So I've moved things around, put a couple of races up in the air a bit, sort of getting close to the height of these other pots. The dripping down here is slightly different, but it still is watering this one. So yeah, maybe I do need to take down various clips on this one, and maybe one from the other side if I can do it without touching buttons, which I find hard to do. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Back to normal focus, I think. Nothing else much to report in these ones, except they're still alive. Nothing really to report. Nothing major really to report with these either. So we're just waiting on the big copper one, I suppose. That's a bit slow. Notice something though with this one over here. Yeah, more plum piles. This one, oh no, it's gone down since I started filming. It's slower to drain than that one. So the one with the peat is slower to drain than the one with the coir. So I don't know if that's important, but the one with the peat seems to be growing larger plants, or you know, proportionally larger plants. You can see the difference instantly by just looking at that and say, no, these are bigger now than those over there. And actually, this is even slower to drain. As you can see, it's still draining. So that's about half drained. So whether that's the problem, they're too wet. What did John Nine say? Something about compacted soil. I mean, how can you call sand a compacted soil? Yeah. And they also grow in sandy coastal areas. So anyway, let's go to spot culling on this one, because I think it's made a move in about a day. It really has made a, you can see the leaf is really growing, and this one's put out a leaf there, and you can see the succulent nature of that one down there. If I can get the camera in without causing a shadow sort of thing. Maybe I need to do the thing, put it out there, out there sort of thing, and bring it round here like that. I don't know, you can see that. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Nothing much to, oh, maybe I can do the same thing with this on this one here. Get a different, slightly different. Oh, starting to get a sort of thickness now to the leaf in this one. So yeah, it's sort of doing something similar, as you can probably see down there. There we go. Can I get it in there? And there's a little bit of growth happening here, like the other. So it's starting to make a move now, this one. So I don't know how quickly it's going to make a move. Whether it responds to hot days, I don't know. So when we get to stinking hot days, this is really going to make a move, I don't know. Or I always thought they liked bright sun and high humidity but cool temperature. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Cape still sort of, this one, I don't know. I think the just by looking at that weed here, that's not really responding like we used to the weeds. I mean, they should be up twice its size by now. So, you know, it's illusory with this bark chip, I think. It's either got to have, you've got to actually have the bark chip in the medium so that it stays constantly wet, and therefore, you know, it's always continually breaking down to some extent. I just get that impression. So anyway, we'll see how we go. And all my things are standing up. I mean, for years ago in my childhood, I could never get a bloody fly trap to stand up. Now I don't want them. I don't like the look of standing up fly traps. I like them flat on the ground, as you see in the wild. I like the Bradar photographs and showing them in the wild, nice and flat on the ground. They're very succulent. They've got this sort of succulent look that we see here. very succulent. So I think we're getting there slowly, fellas. I just want to see whether the copper's in and out, and then I'll go straight for copper, copper chalk, and round if that's the way to go, and round it off very quickly by end of the year, New Year sort of thing. This one's still making a slow move. It's very slow, but it is moving. If I can, there's a bloody leaf in the way. It's just bloody fucking typical, It's just the day you want to do it. There we go. Am I on spot? Hang on. No, I'm not. There we go. I know. Let's do the old camera now. I found a way of holding it now. I can do it from all these different directions, and you can see it's starting to change hands, and he changed hands. So yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm not too impressed, but we are getting somewhere. I don't like this one because it's got the succulence and it's flat on the ground. Where's the colour in the draps, fellas? Or is that what we're going to discover with the copper? The one over there with the same form, but the only difference is it's got copper in it. When it gets to this sort of stage, all the traps are going to go there. What is that nursery? I took those photographs. Is it Braidwood or something like that, or Braidwood or something? Is that the one that's from Queensland or something? I don't know. I thought it was Victoria, Braidwood. They are the darkest, richest red traps I've ever seen on a fly trap, and it was just amazing. You've seen my photographs. There must be somewhere up there on my Facebook page, but maybe I should put one as my cover photograph eventually when I take the blue fly trap, the fake blue fly trap image off. And although I want to replace it with one of the Braddo photographs, which is one of my favourite Braddo photographs. So there you go, Mr. Braddo, whatever your real name is. I don't know if it's Richard Bradley or Brad Richards or something. I still don't know which way round it's supposed to be. I think he's a doctor, apparently. I mean, is it Richard Bradley MD or is it Brad Richards MD? I don't know. Yes. It's like little Johnny Williams, Here's Johnny. Sort of. Okay, still on the spot colour, I think we are. Just to run the clip out. Yeah, I don't think that's not gonna make it, fellas. No, not good enough. And these ones, they are slow and sluggish, and they got this really. It's this dark green. It's very deceptive. You think the plants are healthy because they're dark green, but I think they've got to have this odd sort of pale look to them, fellas. I really think whether the copper's going to enhance it, I don't know. But we've got basically 2 days to wait. So tune in another. I probably won't make a filming. Oh, and this one, yes, that's the other thing. I've still got time with 1 minute on the card. This one here. Oh, I wasn't on spot colour apparently. Okay, yeah, it's getting hard to press the button without shifting it around. Used to take like 120 counts, 110, 120, and then it's gone down to 90, and I reckon it's getting down to about around about 50, 60 now. So, in the long term, it's going to. And basically 25 counts is half a milk bottle, so 50 counts is a milk bottle. So basically it was taking 2 milk bottles, which I think I've said in the past, to flush it through sort of thing. And now it's probably going to be eventually, by Christmas, New Year, it's going to be down to 1 milk bottle, I reckon. So it's halved its water holding capacity. So all those inclusion interstices, are they being filled up with microorganisms? That's what's happening. Okay, over and out. See ya.